3 hours, 25 minutes, $1,300. So, did we really make $1,300 in under 4 hours on a Saturday doing junk removal? Or is that just clickbait? Of course we did. In fact, we actually made it in less. The actual total amount of work was more like 2.5 hours. Everything else was pretty much setting up, driving, going to the dump, turning around, coming back, talking to the customer, collecting payment, things like that, even getting in contact with them. In fact, our last stop was $500 in less than 10 minutes.
If I haven't introduced myself yet, I'm Pete with Aloha Bros Junk Removal. ABJ removal. Not a BJ removal.
What?
Hey, don't do that. ABJ removal. Aloha Bros Junk Removal. We're general contractors who specialize in waste management, junk removal, remediation, and abatement.
All right, so enough with the suspense, Pete. How'd you do it? Okay, before I even get started, let me preface it with saying this. Is this a normal on our day-to-day? Not necessarily. Is it normal when we apply this specific strategy or when we offer this specific service? Yes, it is, and I'll tell you exactly why. But first, how we did it.
My microphone just died on me, and I shot about 15 minutes of content without even realizing that. Back to what I was saying. So the first thing that you need to know about how we did it is this principle called job stacking. What is job stacking? It's pretty much stacking jobs on top of each other. So the point is to get as many jobs as possible on the same day so that your overhead costs remain constant. Dang it! These planes! This is especially important if you rent your equipment, whether it be in junk removal, whether it be a truck, whether it be a skid steer, whatever it may be. If you rent your equipment, you really want to make sure you're job stacking so you get the most bang for your buck. That is, your overhead costs remain fairly constant, at least in junk removal. It's not going to be, every day is going to be a bit different. Why? Because you're going to have different size loads, which means that you're going to have more dump fees depending on what you're doing or what you're hauling. But for the most part, it will remain consistent or constant. That way you can get the most bang for your buck out of 1 day's of work rather than you spreading it apart. Say you had 6 jobs and you spread it over 3 days. Now, the only reason you would do that is because those 6 jobs are really high ticket that are going to take you over 5 hours, 6 hours each. No problem. That means then it should be worth it. It should have already covered your overhead costs. So this specific day that we job stacked was a Saturday. Why does that matter? Because Saturdays are probably the easiest day that you can job stack and apply this specific service that I'm talking about and this strategy, because most people are off on Saturdays. Why? Know your customer. Our customer is over 30. I try not to market to almost anybody under 30 unless they have a specific location, like they live in Bellevue. That's the rich area. That's where Microsoft is. They're usually a 2-person household with 2 incomes coming in, and they have more money than they have time, and they're willing to pay for the service. You're welcome, because that was a bonus tip on how to find at least your residential customer. There's different ways on how to do it for commercial. What secret service did you offer? No, not that secret service or right there. What service did you offer? Was it junk removal? Was it landscaping? What type of junk removal did you offer? It's called curbside junk removal. Why does that matter? It matters because every other junk removal is considered full service junk removal. So what is curbside? Basically, anywhere where we can pull up to an easily accessible area, such as a driveway, i.e. curbside, yard, porch, garage, anything where it's easily accessible for us to pull up, and you have all your items in one area, whether it's a full load, whether it's 2 full loads, we give them a significant discount. Or you, if you want us to do it for you, but you're probably not on here because you want our services, but you want to know how to do them, right? Why does this service matter? Our full service load starts at $5.99. Listen to what I just said. Starts at $5.99. Do you have a house with stairs? That's an extra charge. Do we have to travel from the front to the back and you got a big yard and it's over 100 feet? That's an extra charge. Did you go over 1 ton? That's an extra charge. Oh, hey. Sorry, that's wifey. Anyway, back to the subject. Many times, a full service load can go from $5.99, that's not including tax. With tax, it's about $6.60, and quickly travel up at least another $100, okay? Though I said they had money, I didn't say they like to just throw money away. And so what do? We give them an incentive. What's that incentive? At least $100 off. So our curbside full load starts at $4.99. Listen, bear with me. Don't get impatient because this really matters. This really matters, okay? So keep listening. And this is what I do. I educate my customers. I really push curbside a lot. Go, hey, starting at $5.99. Okay, well, we do have this option called our curbside option. Called our curbside option that starts at $4.99. We save you $100. And this is what they usually sound like. Oh, what's the curbside option? Well, basically, we pull up. You have everything staged in one area. Keywords, everything staged in one area. We pull up and we load. We do the heavy lifting, hauling. We do the dumping. And because you save us time, or this saves us time, we like to pass that on in the form of savings, such as $100 off. I would say, accurately, now I'm about to make up the stat, but I think it's pretty close, about 80% out of 100% of the time, they go with the curbside option. Why? Because $100 off sounds really good, especially if you have more than a full load. So what we basically did was we stacked 2 curbside customers on top of each other within the span of 4 hours. Now, some of you may be thinking this, but Pete, I thought you said that the full service load starts at $5.99 and that you can actually make maybe an extra $100, $150, $200, $300 off of that. Why don't you just do that? Why don't you influence them or educate them to go for the full service load? Because it takes more time. It takes more effort. In fact, the average time that we are at a customer's house doing a full service load, especially if they have their items in different rooms and different places, it's at least 2 to 3 hours. Especially if it's more than a full load, we're there for like 5 hours. And most of the time, if it's over a full service load, very rarely do they have 2 full loads. Most of the time, it's like an extra fourth. And by the time we come back, we dump, we come back and get that fourth, it's been like, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe even 7 hours. And we haven't even scratched, I don't think, 1,100 off of that. So we like curbside because it's expedited. When I say expedited, I'm not even joking on this stat. It saves us about at least 70% of time that we would have spent elsewhere or on a full service load. These planes, man. So our first one, we pretty much pulled up. Garage was within, I don't know, 5 feet, and we just started loading. And mind you, this one, as far as the loading part, took us about 30 minutes, maybe, for the first full load. And I had a messed up shoulder. So just think about it. Maybe it would have been like 20 minutes if my collarbone / shoulder wasn't all jacked up. When we got to this one, I knew there would be some extra charges. You see, on the curbside, what's not included are the extra fees that we get charged at the dump, i.e. mattresses, $33 per mattress, or appliances. And she had a few of them in there. And so right from the jump, we came, looked at the pile, and I told her, hey, these things are not our charge. We actually do not add on any extra profit onto these fees. $33 mattress fee, $33 appliance fee. So you have 3 of those, so it's going to be about an extra $100. She's like, fine, no problem. I totally understand. We were loaded within about 30, 40 minutes, maybe a little bit more because I had to mess with the camera and like I'm doing right now, so it takes a lot more time. We left, came back, and had an extra fourth or a quarter of a load. We finished. Took us about 2 hours because of the travel time. We went to a further transfer station. We have an account with them, so that's why we like to use them. Load up, collect payment, and it came out to be about $808. That was including tax. Headed over or back over to the transfer station. We dumped and we headed to our next job site, which was actually about 20 miles away. Nah, maybe 18 miles away. So most of this was driving time. By the time we arrived at the last one, we were about 3 hours in. But guess what? No problem. Why? We pull up. Hopefully it's showing here. If not, feel free to just imagine. Listen to my words here. We pull up. We get there. We back up. So we pull up, and literally from start to finish, it takes us 10 minutes. 10 minutes to load a full load. Well, not quite a full load, more like 7/8, but 10 minutes. I need you to hear that. I'll say that again. 10 minutes. The average time it takes to load a full load in a full service load that we offer, we have to go in someone's house. Now listen to this. You have to be careful about ruining their house. You've got to take your shoes off. Some people are adamant about taking your shoes off. Put booties on, take them off again, put them back on when you go inside, etc., as you're loading. That takes time. I need you to understand what I said. We basically loaded a full load in 10 minutes. You know what that is? That's $4.99. Now let me explain that part to you. It came out to be 7/8. Was I going to tell him it's a full load? No. Why? Because I'm not a liar. I will not lie. He comes out. He goes, so that's a full load? I said, nope. No, sir, it's not. That is a 7/8 load. So you owe us $460. He goes, no problem. Here you go. $500 cash. Go get your guys self something, I don't know, to eat or drink with the $40 extra. Thank you, sir. So by the time we were finished there, it was about 3 hours and 25 minutes. Because again, I had to set the camera up, I had to move it, take the pictures of the before and the after. Why? Because you're constantly marketing. So we want to market our curbside service. So we take a picture before and then we take a picture after. And then we usually post that to our organic social media posts. And we also use those for ads. 3 hours, 25 minutes, $1,300. 3 hours and 25 minutes. If we would have done a full service load, 2 full service loads, it would have taken to make that somewhere around $660, maybe. But it would have taken us all day. Maybe even one very expensive full service load with, I don't know, an extra half or a quarter with some extra fees and things like that. That may have gotten us to $1,300. I doubt it. It would have taken a lot more work. Listen, I left the house at 11 a.m. and we were done, finished at around 2:45, 2:40. I was able to make it back home, turn around, and go to my daughter's baseball. I mean, what can you do that is that easy? When I say easy, the work is easy. Even labor, the labor for it is easy. It's not hard. The actual work we did was only about 50 minutes. The rest is driving, talking, setting up the camera, coordinating with the customer, going through things with them, with expectation wise and stuff like that. Hope that makes sense. Now, what was the overhead cost? So what did we actually take home? Did we take home the full $1,300? By no means, we did not. We are in business, okay? Even though he paid us in cash, I don't like to keep the cash, all right? Because I'm a business, I like to deposit that cash into the bank so that it shows cash flow, because whenever we need a big loan for something specific, then it shows that we have cash flow coming through. Does that make sense? So $250 was for dump fees. So $1,300 minus $250, and then $50 for gas. So our take home was $1,000. That's right, 1,000 buckaroos, baby. Oh yeah. Why? Because we own our truck. I hear you. I heard you. I heard that. You thought I didn't hear it, but I heard it. What if I don't got a truck, Pete? Easy. Having the equipment is not the issue. That's not your real problem. It's not having the business. What do you mean by business, Pete? Supply and demand. There's a demand and you have the supply. If you have the business, the customers, getting the equipment is the easiest thing you could possibly do. Well, how do I do that? Market the service first. Market curbside junk removal pickups and stack them on the same day. Schedule them on the same day. When you actually have them committed to do junk removal and you have them scheduled, then you're going to rent your truck because you have an idea of the amount of money that's coming your way, so you can pay off the truck, pay off the gas, and etc., what you need to do, pay off your dump fees, and then now you have an idea of what you're going to have left. Yeah, but Pete, don't I have to do like in-person estimates? No, I don't. I rarely do in-person estimates. I only do in-person estimates when I know it's a full service load, meaning that I'm going to have to walk in every room and check it out, right? If it's a move, if it's a hoarder clean out, estate clean out, property clean out, see that? Property clean out, things of the sort. But if it's a curbside pickup and they want a curbside pickup, or they have a full load and they say it's all in my garage, then send me a few pictures and I'll give you a price range. Again, I'll give you a price range estimate. Why does that wording matter? Listen, from beginning to end, this is something you really need to listen to. This is some game. From beginning to end, when they first hear of your offer, whatever marketing platform you're doing, whether it's organic content, meaning you're using the people that already follow you, that you know, your community, things like that, or whether it's paid marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram, etc. You, from the moment you put that offer, right, that ad in, you are already educating your customer, okay? We are already educating our customer from our offer. In our offer, got junk? Would you like $100 off? Got junk? Is it all in one place? Spring cleaning, need to empty out the garage? Save $100 off your first full load. Offering full service junk removal and curbside junk removal. So the moment I have them on the phone with me, what I do when I send them the prices and I text them the prices, I don't just text them the curbside price. I text them the normal prices. I actually give them my normal prices. I go, well, that looks like a full service load, or that looks like a full load, which usually starts at $5.99. And because there's mattresses and an appliance, you know, that you're just, for an example, it's gonna be an extra $33 per mattress and appliance. So you're building on top of that. Why? Because I am attempting to get my customer to want the curbside, because I want the curbside, because it's more expedient, less labor, less time, money, the ability to make that money quicker. Yes, I may be giving up $100. I'm fine to give up $100 to save 5-6 hours. And here's the other selling point. I tell them, contactless, totally contactless. All you got to do is come lift up the garage or stage it in your driveway. You don't even have to meet us if you don't want to. A lot of people here in Seattle, if you live in the South, things like that, people here in Seattle, they're not really social like that. They really don't like to talk to other people. They don't like to be bothered. So a lot of times, 50% of the time, they will stage it in the driveway and not talk to us until the end. They'll come out, open their door, look, and go, okay, how can I pay you? Zelle? Perfect. They go in the house, come out. Did you get it? Yeah, we got it. Venmo? Yeah, just real quick, with Venmo, we do have to charge extra. It's not us, but it's a service that we use. They charge us, so we have to pass that on to you. No problem. Okay, why are you mentioning all these extra details? The reason I'm mentioning all these extra details is because this is your selling point. This right here is your selling point. So even if you don't have a truck and you want to do in-person estimates, okay, just take your regular car, go there and tell them, oh, I didn't want to bring the truck today just because I want to save gas. Today's my estimate day, so I'm seeing X amount of customers. Oh, sounds good. So now you're texting him or you're at the estimate in person, doesn't matter, okay? It's fine, whatever. Do whichever one you want. All right, anyways. So text, You know what? That actually looks like more than a full load. Our full service loads start at $5.99. But if you can get all of these items in the same place, say the garage, driveway, curbside, porch, etc., we can easily pull up to grab them, then I can save you at least $100. Here's what our curbside full load is. Boom, bada bang, bada boom. I send both. So I'm comparing it. And then because I said it's most likely going to be more than a full load, I also go, because it's going to be more than a full load, at least I'm almost positive it is, let me send you the other increments. Let's say, hey, I go 1/4. So I give them 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4. And I also give the normal price and I give the curbside price right next to them. Now, Pete, what if you show up and it's bigger than you thought it was? Well, that's the exact reason why you're talking to them the way you're talking to them. Remember I told you, the moment, even from your offer, you're already managing their expectations. So I said that looks like it's more than a full load. So they're already expecting it to be more, and they're already expecting to pay more. So if I get there and it's more than a full load and it's more than a quarter load, I've already educated them on our pricing system. So by the time I get there, they've already made a commitment to spend that money, and they have an idea of what extra they need to spend if it's any more. I gave them literally upfront, transparent pricing. I'm telling you, people don't like to haggle. Most of the time when I do it this way, I would say my closing rate is about 80%. 80% over text. It's because of also the way that I fashion my ads. I can show that to you guys, but I need a little bit of love on this video so that I know that this is worth my time to keep helping and keep giving you tips. So once you schedule them, then you go and you rent the truck. Why? Say if you have 4 jobs that are half loads and they're all curbside, $369, $369, $369. You're about at $1,400, okay? To get around to all of them, let's say it's gonna take you 6 hours. Once you're done, $1,400. Let's say the truck, we're gonna go really expensive. Let's say the truck costs you $200. Let's say the dump fees cost you $250, maybe $300. Now you're down to $900. Bada bing, you just made $900 in 6 hours. Is that bad? Heck no, that's not bad. Especially if you did it by yourself. You just got to account for a little bit of time. Ask your cousin, ask your brother, ask your father, or you can just find some help at Home Depot or Lowe's and let them know, come to an agreement of what you would pay them. And don't you pay them until the job is done when you drop them off. Do not pay them until the job is done and you drop them off. Okay? All right. There you go. That's how we did it, and that's how you can do it. So how can I expedite this process but deliver the exact same outcome? What is the outcome that our customers and your future customers or present customers want from you if you do junk removal? It's to remove the junk and haul it away. Does curbside do that for them? Yes. Does it save us time? Yes. By saving us time, does it enable us to move quicker and do more jobs in that same day? Yes. Did the customer get what they wanted? Yes. And did they get a little bit extra? What's a little bit extra? $100 savings at the very least. Yes. Oh, also, if you want to do this as a side hustle, do you need a business license? I mean, do you? You want to do it as a business? Yes. Do you want to do it legitimately? Yes. Do you want to scale it? Yes. You need a business license, an LLC, and all of that. But do you want to get all of that before you actually test this concept? No. You want proof of concept. So go out and do it before you ever even decide to open up a business doing it, so that at least you can prove to yourself that you can do it. Literally, take what I just showed you and apply it. Take what I just showed you and apply it and see if it works. And if I missed a detail that you wanted me to share and I didn't, just yell at me in the comments. Hey, Pete, you forgot me. Nah, just kidding. Don't yell at me. But comment and I will read them and I will answer them. I'll even make a video about them if I need to. Other than that, you don't know how much I appreciate you watching. My name is Pete with Aloha Bros Junk Removal. To the next... Did I just mess that up? I did. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. God bless.